Warm welcome, Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundenbuch. It's the 20th of February 2024. This is the situation. We still have, of course, today the moon in the sign of Cancer and the sun is in the sign of Pisces, which is basically a trine and a harmonic situation in the sense of inner feeling, in the sense of balancing it out to have the possibility to approach the inner harmony of feeling. At the same time, Venus and Mars are not 100% in a conjunction yet. They don't meet yet. This is going to be in 2 days. But in my view, this is the most important aspect approaching today, because Venus and Mars, they are in the sign of Aquarius and they are close to Pluto, which actually means anything is going to change in the relationship in between women and men. And it's about Aquarius, it's about freedom, it's about society, it's about thought, it's about genius thinking in Aquarius. Interesting enough, just to make a little excursion on Venus and Mars, if we go back into interesting Venus and Mars conjunctions and ask ourselves what do they mean, we might as well go back to the last Venus and Mars conjunction, which was this one. And this is the chart. Actually, it's not a nice chart. It's the chart of the start of this phase of the war we are witnessing in the East, and you see we had a Venus and Mars conjunction in the sign of Capricorn, not Aquarius, and Pluto was in company of that too. Now, what does that mean? Well, war is always a misinterpretation. At the base of all of it, it's a misinterpretation in between the relationship in between women and men, Venus and Mars. And when they are at the background of Capricorn, it's all about rearranging the rules, who's there in the seat of authority. You might as well have witnessed, if we look at the war scenes going on all over the world, that it is not the female side to step out and say, just stop this killing, because we are the one who carry out the babies, we are the one who have the soft body shape even, I don't know what I'm allowed to say here, we must be careful. But anyhow, we could put out the statement that we say any kind of disagreement or aggressive action throughout the world is basically a misinterpretation and also a disruption in between the relationship in between women and men. Now, if we go back down one step further, the Venus-Mars conjunction before the Venus-Mars conjunction 2022, this one occurred at the 24th of August 2019. And you might realize Venus and Mars do have a conjunction at that date in the sign of Virgo. Now, if you remember what happened from 2019 ongoing, we know that Virgo is the sign of health. We had a health crisis, didn't we? We had a health crisis in the sense of how do we rearrange our sanity, mentally and bodily. This is what gives a sign to Venus and Mars. Venus and Mars, the circle is around 2 years, a little shorter, and going back in time, further down in time, and we look, is it really like that we have Venus and Mars conjunctions with a magical imprint? I must say yes, because look at that chart again. We are now here in the year 2008, and you see the Venus and Mars conjunction in the sign of Libra. And the chart I'm holding up right now is the chart of the start of the so-called CERN. You know, this is the big atomic accelerator down beneath the earth in Geneva in Switzerland. And when it started, it put out a wonderful chart, which is the conjunction in between Venus and Mars and Mercury being enclosed in between them, you know. And what is the measurement all about? What is it all about that they want to find out with CERN? Not very successful though, because they started with a square to Jupiter. But anyhow, the intention was to find out about measurements, and the sign of measurement is actually Libra. Libra had a very strong Venus at that thing, and by that you see the idea of measuring matter and to find out what it's all about, that we struggle on earth here and try to do our best. It's always a women and men question, a Venus and Mars question at the end. I'm putting out the prognosis that if we could make it to have peace in between women and men and arrange a higher level of consciousness in that field, we wouldn't have any wars at all. And the secret solution that some secret societies, as Rudolf Steiner said publicly 1917 and early on 1905, the solution they seek to realize is a crazy and strange and, to say the least, a pretty dark solution. I'm not gonna talk more about that because this is a dangerous topic. Anyhow, we are approaching the Venus-Mars conjunction in Aquarius. This is about movement, this is about thought, this is about freedom, and it can take one way or the other way, also in personal relationships. Check out where your personal Venus resides in your chart. I'll be happy to assist you with that. You can get in contact with me with this email address up there. Don't forget the DE at the end, because I'm not a native English speaker. I'm from Germany, and down here this is my German blog with more than 4,000 posts in it, and it's the oldest blog working in German language, so I'm not a newcomer in astrology, though these videos are pretty young. I thank you very much for listening. This is Markus Termin at the 20th of February 2004.